Hey, Fat Bastard Hot Rod Garage. I'm going to start out today for all these newbies that don't understand who I am and what I am and what I do. As I started.
We still don't know what you are.
Oh, yeah. I started years ago, probably when I was 10. Got into repairing lawnmower engines when I was 10. My dad was a mechanic. And for me to stay away from him, bothering him at his garage, I just started, he gave me some old motors to mess around with, lawnmower motors. I messed with them for a long time. I rebuilt them through school.
So you started off being a lawnmower man.
Lawnmower man.
I always thought it was a shoe salesman.
No, I done that. No, shoe salesman. I stocked shoes in the evening on my job in school. Worked at a junkyard during the day. I worked at a junkyard during the day. In 1967, I worked at a junkyard during the day for $5 a day. I went in with my neighbor. He was rent management. He lives across the street. Went with him Monday through Saturday. We leave at 7, 8 to 5. It was open. And all the way down was they bring stuff from over across the road in behind the office building, and I took parts off if somebody called in and wanted something. And I got $5 a day for that.
I need to wonder, how many times did you have to ask what was that?
Not very much, because I mean, being around with Dad and all that, and I loved cars from day one. And then I got in high school, loved baseball. Well, I screwed up and tore my arm off. So when they told me you ain't gonna be able to play no baseball anymore, I really got heavy into cars. I mean, big time.
What was your first car?
My first car was a little old Ford Falcon. Me and my sister shared it when we was in school, took turns driving it. And then next one I got was a 57 Chevy. Believe this or not, I am not a Chevy man. But I got a 1957 Chevy. It was the Bel Air, and the body was excellent. Mom and Dad got it off of Bill Swatch Chrysler Plymouth up there. When they bought a new Plymouth, they threw that in a deal. Me and my sister drove that.
So they got two cars for one?
Yeah, they got that for buying the car. Somebody traded in. Back then, nobody thought they was worth that much money then. So got that. When my sister graduated, she got out and got her new Mustang, and I bought the Chevy off my mom and dad. And then down the road, I found another 57 Chevy, excellent shape too. It was a sedan, but the motor's blowed in it, and had rolled and pleat interior in it, just tucked and rolled nowadays, they call it whatever. I bought that too, but had these two Chevys mainly because I'm going to buy my love. I'm buying a brand new GTX when I graduate. Well, I sold them, traded the one in the Christ, the Tansky's down Logan. Well, the GTX was a little bit too high on payments, and I found this 69 Roadrunner. It was green, spring green, white vinyl top, 4-speed and all that. $2,830. 2 days after I graduated, I bought that car for it. And I put over 300,000 miles on it, and then ended up trading in by a 71
So let's
Duster.
get back to when you had your 69 Roadrunner.
Yeah.
In 1969, how much was your car insurance back then?
Back then, car insurance was only, I think it was like, maybe $100 a year. Me and my dad seen a Hemi Roadrunner down there. First looked at it, and Dad, how about this? My dad said, Mom says, he don't need that. So called the insurance man, said, no way, 18 years old, we're not going to insure him with one of them Hemi cars. So we seen 446 pack car. And yeah, Dad and Mom had a cosign for me because I was only 18. Well, the insurance would have been $1,400 a month for my age and that. So
It's 1969?
I walked down the lot, and there was that Roadrunner, and I loved that thing, so I bought it. It was $90 a month I paid for car payments. Yeah. And I really been hooked on these Mopars forever, ever since I've seen them. I probably loved them since 10 years old. So I started rebuilding motors, and
When did you get into drag racing?
I drag raced on the street and that, and off and on up a track ever since I was 16. And then in 76, I redone a 71 Duster, and I was painting back in school, and I was painting cars.
Not in 76.
No, in 76. The car was in 1976. I was already painting in school, but in 1976 I still was
You were
painting.
trying to take some years off of you.
Trying. It ain't gonna happen. So I bought. I still painted cars. My neighbor that rented off Mom and Dad taught me how to paint some cars, and then I painted that Duster. I put 15 coats of lacquer on it. Back
15?
then, back then lacquer was a big thing, and I just buffed it out, and we're going to go vote. And my wife told my wife, let's just go out here, only a mile away from where we voted at. Let's take the duster out. It's a nice day and all that. Well, we got around the corner, and this big real estate guy pulled out in front of us and hit us in the front end, tore the front end all up, busted my daughter's back lip in the back seat, and she's screaming at me, said I didn't know how to drive, and it's all my fault, but it wasn't. Well, I got the car back. Plus, I think about $1,700, and I only paid $1,400 for it. Well, I thought, I'm going to put it back together. Got it all back together, and man, I hate to drive this on the street and that happened again. So me and my wife decided to go up the track one day. I took it down the track. First time I ever entered, I went about 5 rounds. I was doing good. It was 4-speed. So I told her, we ought to start doing this off nonsense. Yes, she liked it. So we go up every week, constant. That's all I done was drag race. Wednesday nights and Sundays. And then eventually that car started stock. Was like I had it running. When I first went to track 14s. And the time I got done and had to get out because my neck and my back, it was running 980s. And what?
It was all that nitrous you had in there.
I had no nitrous. I used no nitrous. Nope. All motor. That's all I ever believed in. All motor. So.
How'd you afford the drag race?
Because I done everything myself. If I had to do any of that and pay anybody to do anything like that, I done my own motors, I done my own rear ends, I done my own carburetors. Everything on that car, I done on my own. If I didn't do that, I couldn't afford it. So I made out. Because a lot of them guys pay all that money to get a motor and stuff done. When you win, you still didn't have enough pay for what you paid for a motor.
No, we got enough to go eat the truck stop, which was
great. Every time, if I'd win, my daughter would get all excited because we'd always stop at that truck stop up there by the track. She loved to go there and eat. So every time I win, she'd be screaming, hollering up and down, we're going to go to the truck stop. Even though we stopped it on Wednesday nights, we won. It might be 1 o'clock time we got out of the track. We still stopped at the truck stop and ate. Get home about 2:30, 3 o'clock. But she got her truck stop food. So I didn't do too bad racing in that. I think in '83 I was a class champ. And then gradually we started going to other tracks too. And they had a point system, and the top 6 racers in each class, you got to go to Indy. And I'd done that every year I was in it. And that was a real trip. That was pretty neat over there. Run all the people from around this part of the country and that for finals, be the champ. Then.
So now you can't drag race anymore.
Nope. I still do it, but
he sold his car, sold his duster, cried.
Then we was coming down 37 one day. I looked over in the field and I knew the guy that owned it. There was this Challenger sitting there.
Can't really see it behind the
windows. No, you can't see it. We can
you can go look at old videos.
What's that? Yeah.
You can look at old videos.
Anyways, I told Charlie, look at that. And we called him Redbone. He's got that thing out there and it's raining like heck. The trunk lid's up, raining like crazy. Filling that trunk lid up. She said, go see if you can buy it. So I pulled in there and he wasn't there. He was at work. He worked down there. He worked at a concrete place. And I used to work with him when I first started. A place called Setpack. So I went in on Redbone. What do you want for that Challenger? Well, I don't know if I was going to sell it or not. Hey, I need a car. I said, I want to restore a car. So he said, what do you give me for it? And the time I got done, I ended up giving him $1,000 for it. And we get it home, about a month later, he goes, he knew what that car was, and I didn't. It was original Panther pink car. After I got in there and looked at the insides, you could see it on the floorboards. And I looked at the fender tag, FM3. And he laughed. He says, he tells everybody he knew what that car was. I go, I really didn't. I didn't pay attention to fender tag or anything. All I know is I'm excited about getting a car to mess around with. So now I got the Challenge there. And right now, we're in the process. I got the paint booth all up.
Well, you went and had it painted, and he painted it green.
Yeah.
And he and I had screaming matches about green was the wrong color, that he needed to go back to the pink. I am not driving no pink car, Stacy. I'm not driving no pink car. So guess what? Now he's taking it from green back to pink.
Yeah, but I say that, and I said, how dumb was I? That year I won the championship, we was up to Eastland. I'm going to get them pink tennis shoes. They might bring me luck.
Yeah,
so they were high tops. So I bought pink high top tennis shoes and wore them to track every week. By God, I did Did good that year. I said, it brought me luck. I should have painted that car. Well, I didn't get to race anyways. The doctor said, nope, you need a new hobby.
But now he's going to go and take his wife to the Dairy Queen to get ice cream when it gets done.
She'll get pissed right in that when I get done. But
Hey,
that's
Slug.
right now. Right now.
We'll talk about that. Hey, Slug.
Slug.
Slug, he was in here eating chips, interrupting the background. He got lectured. Do you want to tell him how we started Fat Bastard Facebook? Do you guys want to share that? I'm not Facebook. YouTube.
YouTube.
How did we start YouTube?
A joke?
Yeah.
Joke, yeah.
This came as a joke. And guess who's a ham? That
guy.
one
No, I'm not.
and that one.
Mine just comes natural.
Yeah. So
So that's pretty much how I got hooked, and I've always loved cars anyways. You know, I've always loved that.
Is this story time with Fat Bastard?
Yeah.
it is
Yes, it
story
is.
time with
Yes,
Fat
it
Bastard.
is.
With all their new subscribers, everybody needs to know a little bit about Fat Bastard. All right, you ready? We'll wrap this one up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. And some other time we'll tell you more.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Fat Bastard Hot Rod Garage. Bye.